Hey everybody, it's Brittany Thompson, your weeknight website BFF. We all know that we have that person that we call when we just can't figure something out, and I want to be that person for you. If you don't know about Weeknight Website already, it is the all-in-one drag and drop WordPress solution for personal brands and influencers, and it's powered by relationships. So basically, here at Weeknight Website, we really value being able to help you through anything that you need help with to make your online business dreams and goals a reality. All right. So today, if you know me at all, you know that I love blogging. I have two of my own personal blogs that I manage on a regular basis. Plus, I manage the Weeknight Website blog. Plus, I've been blogging for about 10 and a half years, and I have trained and managed multiple different bloggers across multiple different industries. I've taken pretty much every course that you can take. So today I'm bringing you some super helpful information on how to properly set up a blog post. I know, super helpful, right? All right, so let's go ahead and dive in. I want to let you guys know, I have a little secret for you. We have a template for you at the end of the webinar. It is fabulous. You are going to be able to copy and paste an SEO formatted friendly blog post that is going to allow you to blog so fast. It is a miracle on wheels. I cannot wait for you guys to get this download. So, what's the first thing that you need to do? Number one, you got to research your topic, okay? You can't just dive in and start writing. You have to actually do some research. So, how do you do that? Well, there's this fabulous little tool on the internet. You might have heard about it. It's called Google. You are going to see that on the right-hand side, I have a few little extra special goodies on the side. If you want to know about those and how to get those, I'm going to give you that information in the very next slide. So just hold on to your hats for that one. So the first thing I did when I went ahead and did my research was I typed in how to write a blog post, and that's for this exact blog that you're watching right now. So I wrote how to write a blog post, and I noticed that the search volume in that little green bar up underneath of my how to write a blog post is 5,400 per month, and the competition is actually really low on that. So I said to myself, I'm going to write that and I'm going to do that. And that's going to be my title. So that's really amazing because that means 5,400 people are asking Google, how do I write a blog post every single month? So I want to answer them. And then you'll notice that on the right-hand column, if you look under related keywords, under my favorite little keyword extension, it's called Keywords Everywhere. And I go more into depth in that in the next slide and how to get these tools. But you'll notice the first thing up there is blog post template. What? 2,900 people a month searching for a blog post template. So that's where our freebie came from. That's where the idea came from, guys. So it's amazing when you do a little bit of research, you can see what people are looking for, see what questions they're asking on Google, see what related terms they might be searching for, and that is going to be a wealth of ideas. So the other place that I do research, going back to the middle column over there, is you see that article right there? Underneath all of the ads and everything, the top 3 to 5 posts are going to be the ones that you really want to kind of look over, see what they're doing, see how they're doing it, and see what kind of useful information they have in their post, and then go above and beyond. And we'll talk about that and how to do that in just another minute. So let's get you some help on this. This step can be a little confusing for a lot of people because they don't know how to do keyword research, and it's really hard and complicated if you've never done it before. So we did a whole nother weekly webinar on how to do keyword research for free. Yes, you heard that right. For free. So go ahead and hop on over to that one before you start writing your blog post, and I'm going to give you step-by-step information on how to do that keyword research and get all the right search terms so that you are showing up number 1 on Google and sending free traffic to your website. You're welcome from your website BFF. All right, next we're going to talk about writing an outline. This is heralding right on back to our middle school days when our teacher was up at the front and she's like, okay, now we're going to learn how to write an outline for your new essay. All right. So I don't know about you, but 7th grade was a few minutes ago for me. So I want to go ahead and cover what an outline looks for blogging, because it looks very different than what your 7th grade essay outlines were looking like. Okay. So, some essential details that you always need to make sure that you include are: who needs this? So, who are you talking to? Who's your audience? What are their pain points? What struggles are they going through? You want to make sure that your content is as relevant to your audience as possible. And let me give you a little tip. If you're talking to everyone, you're talking to no one. You want to be as direct and specific as possible. If you need a little help with that, check out the description down below this video, because I have another freebie on how to identify the right customer for your business and how to talk to them. So if you check that out down in the description below, you can get a little freebie from us there as well. I know, we're full of freebies. So the next thing you want to make sure you mention is, why will this topic help them? Okay. And then how does it apply to them? So let's say, for instance, I'm promoting a keto shake. All right. This is a recent blog post that I did, so it came to mind first. So I took all of the best low carb keto shakes on my blog, ketoisforgirls.com, and I compared them. I wanted to know which one was the best. And I had already done all the research. I had literally tried every single one of these shakes, and some of them were very nasty. So I took the bullet for my audience and tried these shakes, paid all the money, did all the stuff, did the research, and I put it all together in a blog post and gave them my recommendation. Now, who am I talking to? I'm talking to women. I know that this is going to help them, because a lot of times when they're busy and they're on the go, they don't always think about feeding themselves first. They think about feeding their kids or their husbands, or, they're running around doing all sorts of things. We're all very busy today. So I made sure that I let them know that these keto shakes were great for on the go or after a workout. And then how does it apply to them? Well, I let them know this is how you can apply this to your life, and it can keep you in ketosis. It can keep you healthy. So these are great to use. All right. So there you go. That's kind of an essential details that you need to make sure that you include in your blog post, providing that value. So we're going to talk about value in just a minute, but right now, I want to talk about deciding on an offer. Okay, you've heard me already, before this slide even hit, you've heard me mention 3 different offers that we have for you. We have a template offer, we have a keyword research offer, and we also have a brand avatar offer that I've already mentioned to you. Offers are really important. These are the bridge that is going to bridge the gap between you and your audience and their solution. If you build them a bridge to get over, they are going to love you, because then they didn't have to build the bridge themselves. They're going to thank you, and they're going to think, they offered me so much value. I think the next time I need to go make a purchase, it's going to be through them, which is fabulous for you. You want to build that trust relationship. Now, I want to destigmatize this a little bit, because people can overthink their offer a lot. I know, I do it all the time. An offer can literally look as simple as this simple little opt-in box that we have at the bottom of our blogs on Weeknight website. It's literally just an email address subscribe form. That's it. We made it really simple and easy for people to subscribe to our email list and just pop their email in and say, yeah, I want the thing. Send it to me. Okay? So it can be as simple or as clean as this. If you want to, you can get a little more complicated. Here's an example from one of my blogs about positive daily self-talk, right? And so I have this worksheet. It's for moms, how to talk nice to yourself. And all they have to do is pop in their name and email address and click the button, and then they get the download. It's super easy to use. Or you can go a little more fancy, a little more bougie if you want to. And you can set up a complete landing page. Now, if you use Weeknight website, you know already that this is one of my favorite features. I actually saved this exact page that we designed as a template. Yes, you heard that correctly. I have a one-click opt-in page template. It is amazing. All I have to do is change out the photo, change out the headline, and everything looks the same, and my audience is delivered with a really clean, really beautiful experience that they know how to use because every single one of my offers looks the same. The next part of blogging is we want to actually put this beautiful blog that we just went through writing, we want to add it to our website. So how do you even do that? Well, if you use Weeknight Website, you know that we favor WordPress here. So this is how you add a blog to your WordPress website or to your Weeknight website. We use the WordPress framework because it's one of the best on the internet, and we wanted to make it super simple and familiar for people to use. So all you're going to do is go to the left-hand admin dashboard column, and you're going to mouse over posts, and then you're going to scroll over and click on Add New. Once you click on Add New, this window is going to pop up. You're going to add your blog post title first. That's the very first thing I want you to do. Don't do anything else. Add your title first. Now, here's the trick, guys. I want you to add this title first with your keywords. All right, so make sure you've already done your research. You need to go in order of the steps because it'll help you. Now, you can go ahead and click in this box and you can just start writing your little heart out and putting everything onto the page, and I'm sure it'll turn out fabulous. But if you need a little bit of extra help, this is where our fabulous freebie comes in. So this is where you can go and snag that awesome download, that awesome post freebie that I was talking about, where you can actually get everything that you need. It's going to be a step-by-step, and it's going to be laid out beautifully for SEO, and it's going to help you rank faster and get that organic traffic from Google. Yes, we all love that. Okay, so all you're going to do is go to weeknightwebsite.com/blog-post-template, and the link is going to be, again, down below in the description or in the blog post, depending on where you're watching this video. All right, so how do you add the template? Super easy peasy. Once you put your email in, it is going to redirect you to a window that's going to say download the template. And all you have to do is click that button, and it's going to automatically download to your computer. Now, guys, I'm going to have a moment here. Please don't try to do this on your phone. Please don't try to blog on your phone. It's really not going to work very well. I would know. I have totally tried it before. I understand. Just take the time. Go ahead, do it on your computer. It's going to make your life so much easier. So once that text file is downloaded, it's going to be blogging 101 template from weeknightwebsite.txt. And all you're going to do is put your cursor inside of that window, doesn't really matter where, and you are going to either click Command C if you're on a Mac or Control C if you're on a Windows computer. All right. So once you've done that, that is going to copy everything in that window. All right. Then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to come back over to that blog post that we already talked about, and it's going to have a title there. So make sure you already have your title in, and then go ahead and click on the text tab of the editor over there on the right. See where that arrow is pointing? That's where I want you to click. And then you're going to either click Command V if you're on a Mac or Control V if you're on a Windows computer. That is going to paste in everything that you just copied from that text file. And then all you have to do is click the visual tab again over there next to that arrow. Click visual, and it is going to show you exactly what the blog post format looks like. And it's got some instructions in there to walk you through how to write a beautifully SEO'd blog post to make your life so much easier. All right, so what's the next thing you want to do? As you're writing that blog post, as you're putting your content in, make sure that you are providing value to the reader. Okay, so what does that look like? Your blog should solve a problem. All right, show them something that you've learned, give them insight into your life. You know, if you run, like, let's say for instance, you run a personal lifestyle blog and you're traveling. Well, Give people information about where you've been traveling. What have you been doing? What have you been learning while you've been away? Teach them something new. Why do they need to go to Mykonos this year? Is it important for their life? And connect with them in a meaningful way. Blogging is all about telling the story of your life and resonating with your reader so that they either A, feel inspired to get out and live their dreams, or B, empowered to do the thing that they're already doing even better. Okay? So make sure that you're providing extreme and amazing value for your reader. And I swear you will gain readership so fast, it'll make your head spin. All right? So the next thing that we want to do is using the Yoast SEO tool. All right. If you have Weeknight website, this is already pre-installed, so you don't need to install any plugins or anything like that. We already did it for you. We did all the hard work, made sure everything was looking good, and made sure you had the best of the best plugins. If you don't have Weeknight website, but you do have a WordPress blog, you can go ahead and download Yoast SEO tool in the plugin store. All right. So once you have the Yoast SEO plugin tool downloaded to your website and it's all installed, you're going to scroll down to the bottom of your post past the where you put your text in and all of that. And then you're just going to go through all of these little sections. Number one, you're going to put in your focus key phrase. For this example, we used how to write a blog post. And for number two, we've got SEO analysis, which is fabulous. So we want to go ahead and go through all of the little things that they say. Now you'll notice that, let's say for instance, the little red angry face is telling me that I don't have a meta description length, which I'm going to deal with in the next slide and show you how to do that. But it will also, at the very end of where it says meta description length, and it says make sure you write one. That is actually a link to an article from Yoast SEO on how to add your meta description. So everything that they give you, they have articles to back up how to do that, which I absolutely love. So SEO, all the fear is taken out of it. All of the intimidation is taken out of it. You can actually go ahead, do Yoast SEO, get it done, and you've got articles to help support your knowledge journey so that you do not feel lost. But if you get lost with anything, just send us a little note on Facebook and let us know. We'll be more than happy to help you out. All right. So number three, you're going to make sure that your link looks good. Okay, so this is why we put our title in first, because we want to make sure that our SEO snippet and our link look really good. Okay, so if you put your title in first and you had your keyword in there, no need to even really mess with this. You will click edit snippet and you'll add a little description, a little ad about why people should read this. Don't give away the baby with the bathwater. Make sure that you leave a little bit of enticement there for them to actually click over and read the blog. Then the next thing you'll do is you'll go through the readability analysis. This is once your blog is completely finished being written, you're going to go back through and follow their recommendations for content structure to make sure that your blog is reader friendly and that it will get really good readability scores from Google, which will help you rank higher. All right. So next up, we want to add some visual interest to this blog. We're going to add some images, okay? So I'm going to show you a little bit about a couple of places where you need to make sure you have images, all right? So number one, you can add media directly to your blog. So this is going to go in the content of your blog post. Let's say, for instance, with this blog, if you look at this on our website, you're actually going to see down below, I'm going to have screenshots sprinkled all throughout this blog so that people who are reading the post can actually follow along with the steps that I have. Now, some blogs don't need step-by-step instructions, but you still need to add that visual interest. So I encourage to upload your media and make sure that it's compressed, that your images are beautiful. You don't want anything grainy that's like supposed to be 150 pixels and you blew it up to 350 and it looks all grainy and nobody can see it. That's not going to do you any favors. But if you need a resource for really amazing free stock photography, we love unsplash.com. It is super easy to use and very blog friendly. So If you need some free stock images, go hop over there and grab some for your blog. The second thing you're going to want to do is set your featured image over there on the right. Make sure that you do this because every place that you have a blog roll or a blog reel or any kind of like feature for blog posts, your images that you set as your feature image is going to show up there. Also, your featured image is going to be the one that Facebook automatically pulls when somebody shares your link for this blog post to Facebook. It is going to automatically pull that featured image, or it's going to pull a really weird looking grainy image from your website and you'll have no control over it. So my suggestion, always add that featured image. It is definitely important. Okay. So just a little bit of tips on your images. They should be sized for social media. Make sure that you include a Pinterest image in there, please, guys. It's really super important. I personally like the 730 by 1100 pixels size for Pinterest, but there are lots of different sizes that you can use for Pinterest. So I suggest you looking those up. And little hint to the word to the wise, we are actually going to be going over Pinterest in one of our weekly webinars soon. So if you want some of that information, drop us a line on our Facebook group and let us know that you're interested in learning more about Pinterest. All right. Next thing you want to do is you want to keep the content interesting with images. Okay, this is visual content that you're using to actually draw interest. So make sure that the images are complementary of your blog topic and that they express an emotion that the reader might be feeling or that they want to feel. So you want to give them results-based images, not just always frustrated people at a computer screen, okay? You want to give them interesting images that'll maybe tell them, hey, this blog is going to help you change your life. Give them visual cues for how to feel. You wanted them to be clear and easy to see, again, with really good quality. So we talked about that already. I want to just encourage, some of you need to get a photo shoot and you feel like, oh, it's going to be really expensive. I'm just going to encourage you. It's not as expensive as you think it is, okay? Literally, you can get a business photo shoot for a couple of $100s with a really great photographer, and they do an amazing job. And then you have all these beautiful high-resolution images. If you want information on how to plan a business photo shoot for your website, drop us a line. Kristen is amazing at that. So, next part of your blogging journey, you're going to edit your blog post content. I know, this is everybody's least favorite part. I have my husband edit all of my blog posts before they go live because I just really don't like editing. So, but if you have to do it yourself, here are some of my tips for you. All right. Write one day, edit the next. All right. So inevitably, whenever I'm writing something in my brain, it sounds fantastic. It's really funny. It's got a great cadence and I love it. And I'm like, I just want to hit publish. It's fabulous. It doesn't need any changes. But I always give myself a 1-day lead time on that blog post because I want to go back and read it the next day and make sure that I really sounded as funny as I thought I was in my own head that day. And to make sure that everything looks good, that it sounds good, the flow is really nice, and that it just overall reads really well. Okay? The second thing you want to do is read it out loud to yourself. I know, again, with the middle school tips on how to edit, right? But here we go. When you read something out loud to yourself, it forces your brain to actually look at the words that are being used on the page in a different way. So I want to just encourage you, if you don't have somebody to edit, make sure at very least that you read it out loud to yourself. Now, if you can, it's always best to have somebody help you. My husband inevitably will always come to me and say, I'm not really sure that this is resonating. I'm not really sure what you were trying to say here. Is there something different? Did you miss a comma? Little things like that your brain will skip over because you've written the content, so it knows what you were trying to say, but somebody else's brain doesn't exactly know what you were trying to say. And then my favorite tip, use Grammarly. It's amazing. It's a free extension that you can add to your browser, and it will help you with all of those little things like editing that you need help with on your grammar. It's been my lifesaver personally. Here's my biggest tip on editing. always edit twice. Do yourself a favor and give yourself permission to look over your stuff one last time before you hit that publish button. All right, so the last step in our process is to go live. That's all you've got to do, go live. All you have to do if you want to grab that template is go down in the link in the description below and download our template from today's webinar. That is going to help you write your blog posts, make sure that they're super easy, they flow well, they read well, and they're going to be SEO friendly off the bat. So grab that template. If you're one of our weeknight warriors, then you already know that we have some amazing member resources in our library. So go ahead and snap them up. If you're not a weeknight website member, you can always join us inside of our community. We would love to be your website BFF and help you get the website of your dreams. Now, for those of you that are members, again, don't forget that you can actually submit your website for a design review. All you have to do is visit weeknightwebsite.com/weekly-webinar. And this applies even if you don't currently have your site on Weeknight website, but you're getting ready to switch things over and you want a little bit of advice on where to start first. We would love to provide you that information. Once again, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this webinar today. Have a great week, guys. Bye.